Phillies' second half outlook, can they keep it together? MLB analysis. Is it finally their time to shine? The Philadelphia Phillies have reached the midway point of the MLB season, and the burning question on every fan's mind is whether they can maintain their momentum, or even raise their game, during the grueling final stretch. After weathering a tough slate of games to close out the first half, the Phillies get a bit of a breather as they kick off the second half by hosting the Los Angeles Angels, a team that's struggled to stay above .500. But here's where it gets interesting. Just last year, the Phillies stumbled out of the gate after the All-Star break, losing their first game back to a seemingly beatable Pirates squad thanks to a heartbreaking blown save by then-closer Jose Alvarado. That loss became a turning point, and ultimately spelled the end of Alvarado's reign at the back of the bullpen. Thankfully, that's not a concern this time around, but it does make you wonder, do they have a new Alvarado lurking in the shadows? More on that later. That 2024 loss sparked a dismal 7-16 stretch that left even the most optimistic fans questioning whether the season was slipping away. But the Phillies rallied, steadied the ship, and played solid baseball the rest of the way, at least until the postseason pressure cooker hit. The lesson: baseball seasons are marathons, not sprints, and early stumbles don't have to define the finish. Now, here's a quirky scheduling twist. After the Angels, the Phillies will face 6 more American League teams in a row, beginning a 21-game stretch exclusively against AL clubs. Their next game against a National League opponent won't come until August 11th. That's nearly a month without a single NL matchup. In past years, this kind of schedule might have spelled disaster, but the Phillies have fared well against AL teams lately, posting winning records in 2023, 28-18, 2024, 26-20, and so far this season 11-7. The competition during this stretch runs the gamut, from formidable squads like the Tigers, Yankees, and Red Sox, to middling teams like the Rangers, to struggling clubs like the Orioles and White Sox. It's not a cakewalk, but it's far from the most brutal stretch imaginable. So, what's the outlook for the second half? Barring a rash of injuries, I'm sticking with my prediction: the Phillies will make the playoffs. Their starting rotation remains one of the team's biggest strengths, giving them an edge most nights, and over a grueling 162-game season, that's a recipe for a lot of wins. But it's not a lock by any means, and here's the controversial part: their offense has been merely good, not dominant, and the bullpen has been downright shaky at times. There's potential for both areas to improve, especially if the front office makes a splash at the trade deadline. But let's be real, none of the rumored trade targets have me doing cartwheels. Can someone explain the hype around Steven Kwan? I just don't see it. Here's a point that could spark some debate. The Phillies haven't landed a true difference maker at the deadline since Hunter Pence in 2011. In recent years, their mid-season acquisitions, especially relievers, have ranged from underwhelming Ian Kennedy, David Robertson, to outright busts Brandon Workman, Heath Hembree. If the Phillies are going to rise to the next level, the improvement will likely have to come from within their clubhouse, not from a blockbuster trade. But what do you think? Should they go big and gamble on a big-name acquisition, or trust their current roster? Feel free to sound off in the comments. Let's break down some predictions for individual players in the second half. **better Jordan Romano**. After missing much of last season due to injury, Romano got off to a nightmare start this year. He's shown flashes of his old all-star form since then, but consistency has eluded him. If he can stay healthy, there's hope he'll string together more strong outings as the season wears on. **worse Jesus Luzardo**. Luzardo, also coming off an injury, has been either brilliant or baffling in his starts. The big jump in innings from last season may be catching up to him, and I worry we'll see more of the bad outings than the good ones from here on out. Bettered Bryce Harper ***. Even when healthy, Harper was only solid in the first half, far from the MVP caliber Force fans are used to. But as we saw last year, he can still dominate for stretches at a time. I'm betting he heats up and carries the offense down the stretch. Worse Kyle Schwarber Schwarber came out slugging, but has cooled off lately. He'll still hit some tape measure homers, as he did in the All-Star game, but the at-bats in between may leave fans wanting more. Better Aaron Nola Nola's first half was a disappointment, poor performances, then a bizarre injury sequence that turned an ankle issue into a rib stress fracture. With Mick Abel back in the minors and Andrew Painter not forcing the issue, I expect Nola to return to the rotation and look more like the reliable starter of old. Worse Rangers Suarez Suarez has been nothing short of sensational since his delayed start, arguably outperforming Zach Wheeler. But history suggests he struggles to sustain this level of dominance over a full season. The late start might help, but some regression feels inevitable. Better JT Realmuto Logic says a catcher with such a heavy workload would fade as the season wears on, but Realmuto has actually gotten stronger in the second half in recent years. After a slow start, he's heating up in July, and I expect that trend to continue. Sometimes, as fans, we focus too much on our own team's flaws and forget that every contender has issues. The Dodgers are still trying to fix their bullpen and battle through their annual rotation attrition. The Mets have already flirted with self-destruction this season. The Phillies' rotation may not be as lights out as it was early, but if Harper and Realmuto deliver as predicted, it should be enough to carry them to a second straight NL East crown. But here's the question I want you to wrestle with: in a league where every team has weaknesses, is it enough for the Phillies to simply be the least flawed? Or do they need to make a bold move to truly contend in October? Drop your thoughts below, let's get the debate started.